What's going on, everyone? Welcome to episode 24, the leftover and Black Friday episode of PMP. Welcome to the Potty Mouths podcast on this Black Friday. I am always Greg.
And I'm Vinny.
And let's get to it.
Let's get to it this Black Friday.
You do any shopping?
No, I did not. I think that it's foolish for anybody to go out on a day like today I don't know. I can't imagine what that's like to go out there and have in this day and age. It's not 1985 anymore, and I don't understand it, but
it's not 2005 either.
Yeah, exactly. So no, I think we have all the Cabbage Patch Kids and GI Joes that we can ask for. So I don't think Mom has to rush to Toys R Us. How was your Thanksgiving?
Good. And you?
It was excellent. Got to see everybody. It was a nice day at the parents' household. So we were happy for that. But watch some football. Let's talk some football. Let's get into some college football for this weekend coming up. NCAA SEC matchup. Number 8 Tennessee goes to Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt plus the 11 points. Interesting game. All these games I think that Tennessee should have won in the past or been in or at least covered and so on. They haven't. And then I think they've taken a lot of steps back since the beginning of the season. I like Vanderbilt. I'm going to take the points here. I'll take Vandy to cover for me. Tennessee to win this game, but it's going to be like a late minute heroic for the Volunteers.
It's funny. I think the same is true about Vanderbilt. I think their shine has rubbed off after some good performances, good wins. Maybe not a good win after Oklahoma smacked Alabama. Maybe not. But yeah, I think Tennessee wins and covers here. I think they know they need to make a statement. So close to the finish line here.
Yeah, it's just another SEC matchup that can go who knows what way. And speaking of SEC, number 15 South Carolina travels to number 12 Clemson. Clemson minus the 2.5. South Carolina is really.
This is the game of the weekend, in my opinion.
I mean, it's an interesting game because I've seen glimpses of South Carolina, and I'm like, wow, I think we talked about it after the LSU game. I'm like, wow, they can be really pretty good. And then they had, I think a bad loss in between or, and then a really good win, right? The overtime win a couple weeks ago against Missouri. I like South Carolina here. I like them to win this game. I think they'll show the ACC here who's really boss, regardless of what level in the SEC you're in. It's a different world. So I'm going to take the Gamecocks here on the road at Clemson to win this game.
Yeah, I don't know. I have no read on this game, no feel. So I'll go with the home team. I will go Clemson wins in overtime. Okay. I think this game could be that good. Unless Clemson has a great game plan and South Carolina's playmakers can't get off. But give me just because they're home. But this is a real fun game. In years past, it really hasn't been. It hasn't been quite the Iron Bowl or anything like that. But South Carolina is good. They're talented. But I think give me the home field to be the edge here.
All right, that's fair. We got number 6 Miami going up to the Dome, playing Syracuse, the Orange. Syracuse plus 11 at home. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. Miami in the last 5 weeks hasn't covered anything. So I'll take Miami to win, Cuse to cover. I don't have much more than that on this game. Miami's defense is brutality. Whoever plays them in the second round, if they keep it up for the playoff bracket, it's going to absolutely steamroll them. But I love the Canes. I'm also realistic about things. So Miami wins. Close one. Cuse covers.
Yeah, it's strength versus weakness here, right? 2 great passing offenses, and Miami secondary is a little lackluster. I don't know anything about Cusa's secondary. I'll be honest. I should have looked that up. But I assume it's not great. They're not ranked. So okay, yeah, I agree. But you know what? Give me Miami to cover. I'll just to be different. Give me Miami to cover, but Cuse will scare them. Cuse, I'm guessing, will score if McCord can, just
Yeah.
play average. He's gonna put up yards and points. But I think Miami might be a little too much for them. And Miami and Clemson, two huge ones to see who potentially gets SMU, right?
Yep. That would be the. Yeah. Well, I guess if Miami wins, they automatically play them because I think Clemson has 2 losses now in the ACC. Oh
Well,
no,
they
they're
lost
all
to
tied.
Georgia.
Yeah. No, just in conference. I'm talking. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
I
but don't
think
they?
it'll
They
be
have
Miami.
who's their ACC loss?
It's a good question. Let me take a peek for you. Hold on. Let me take a peek. ACC, Clemson 7-1. I guess you're right. I guess the Georgia game's the only loss they have. So they that's it. They're all
I
7
think
and 1.
they smoked Louisville, or did they come back against Louisville? Something that was their only
21,
scare, right?
33-21. They won that game. Pittsburgh was the scare. I think 24-20.
Okay.
Um, Nothing else really here was close. I mean, after the Georgia beatdown, that was it.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's it. We'll see what happens. Miami has to win. Keep it going. Next game up, it is number 24 Kansas State versus number 18 Iowa State at Iowa State. Iowa State minus the 2.5. I'll take Iowa State here in this game at home. They're good. Kansas State just doesn't do it for me. I don't know. Not in this game. Not at Iowa State. Iowa State's quarterback. The quarterback's good. They play well at home. Kansas State's I don't know. Honestly don't even know how they're ranked, to be honest. I know they're 24, but in my opinion, probably shouldn't even be there anymore. But I guess they beat BYU, so I guess that's maybe why they're hanging around still. But I'll take Iowa State Cyclones at home minus the 2.5.
Yeah, the game known as Farmageddon. This will be the Ireland game next year. Iowa State historically loses these games, and then when the roles reverse, they're on the road. They're the worst team. They're not favored. They win those games. So give me Kansas State to win this game. Kansas State hasn't lived up to the preseason hype, but I think they get a good win to put a little cherry on their mediocre season. And I think Iowa State falters at home. I wouldn't bet that, but that's my gut feeling on this game.
All right.
Maybe I would bet that. Take that bet.
That's little SEC, another SEC game here. Number 3 Texas going to number 20 A&M. The what is this? What's the is this a rivalry game? Is that what they call it?
Isn't this like good old fashioned hatred or something? What game is that?
I don't know.
Let me look it up.
You can give me the Longhorns here in this game. A&M is just not my. I don't know. I mean, Texas gotta stay where they are. They gotta throttle them. So I'll take the Longhorns here. The minus 5.5 cover win.
Sorry, Lone Star Showdown. I should have known that.
Yeah.
Lone
Lone
Star
Star Showdown. So I'm taking the horns here. Hook 'em horns minus the 5.5 for them on the road, because Texas A&M is all over the map in my opinion. So Texas has got to dominate.
Clean old fashioned hate is Georgia Tech, which is today.
Oh, that's today.
That's the name of the game. Yeah, I agree with you. Texas A&M, I think they've fallen back down to earth, and their season will bookend with the Notre Dame and Texas, and I think Texas handles them. I don't think there's anything they can really do to surprise Texas or outskill them or anything. So yeah, I'm with you. Give me Texas. Memphis had a big win. Just 2 games I'll mention off the board here. Memphis with a big win took Tulane down Thanksgiving night, right?
Yeah, it was a good game actually.
34-24, I believe. And then your boys, the Colorado Buffaloes, just won today 52-0 over Oklahoma State, which is think
He's
it's
got to get
time.
fired, Gundy,
It's
right?
Gundy alert, right? Yeah.
Yeah, he's
I
got to
think
go. It's time to fire the mullet.
that could be the straw.
The nail in the coffin, as they say.
Yeah. We'll see.
We'll see what happens.
All right. Vin can't hear the sound, but I'm gonna play the little game show tune because it's trivia time. It's time for trivia with Vin. All right, Vin. All right, so we know, well, you know, if you listen to me, how much I love Utah. Utah's defense travels, well coached, that yada 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 yada.
Mm-hmm.
They are second in the country in third down percentage of stopping the offense. Who's first? I'll give you a hint here. Way more relevant in the beginning of the season. They are not on anyone's tongue lately. It's a smaller school.
Mid-major is what I call them. Not a top.
I think I gave you too much of a hint, but who's first in third down efficiency percentage on defense in NCAA?
I'm gonna go with. I think I've heard this recently. I want to say Missouri.
Oh, I'll give you one more guess. That's incorrect.
So we're going small school. Had some shine all in the earlier part of the season. Dang, the only team that had any shine this year in the beginning of the year was, NIU did beat Notre Dame. Is it the NIU whatever they are, River Rats?
Ding 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 ding.
All right, it was the early part of the season thing that got me. You got me.
You got it. I gave you the second guess. You got it. So Vin,
right.
one for one.
1.5. I mean, a half and one, if you want to call it.
All right. Secondly, what is the hidden image?
Wow.
Well, it's not really hidden. What is special? What stands out about the Oregon Ducks logo? What's the inspiration?
Ducks. Dang, I don't know. I mean, the duck himself?
No.
Just the words Oregon?
No. Their logo. The O.
Oh, the O. What's the significance of the O?
Yeah. Do you know?
I mean, it has significance other than that being
the logo. The logo has a nod.
It does? Just the
O? It does, yeah.
Is it because it's like Oceanside's O looks like that now too? Is it the same relation?
I don't even know. I don't know. I haven't seen Oceanside's O.
I don't know. I don't have an answer to this. I never even would have. I don't know. I have no idea. So can you please enlighten me on the O from Oregon, please?
The O is supposed to represent the great legacy of their track and field program.
As far as what does that mean?
So the O, I don't know if it's the inside or the outside they're saying, but it is the shape of Hayward Field, the Hayward track and field track.
Is this like Prefontaine days?
Yeah, that's who started it all. That was their big, probably one of their first potential Olympians. So yeah, Oregon has a very rich history in track and field. Phil Knight,
yeah,
very involved there. So yeah, so the Oregon O,
wow,
it's drew inspiration from the track and field. So
maybe that's why Oceanside does it now too. Maybe they're dedicating themselves to track and field.
Maybe you never know.
You never do know.
I don't know if they win. I don't know if they win any other sports. No offense to the Oceanside. Are they still the Sailors?
Yeah, the Sailors.
All right, and then third, Mike Myers was the voice of Shrek, but who was originally offered the role?
Oh my god! Offered the role of Shrek. Dang. Do I get like a
comedic actor? obviously.
Comedic actor. Shrek.
Think
I'm
of
gonna
why.
say
Think of why Mike Myers is a household name.
Wayne's World.
Yeah, what's that offshoot off of?
I have no idea. Don't.
You don't know where
You're
Wayne's World came from?
no.
SNL.
Oh yeah, I mean I knew that. I didn't know if there was like a meaning behind it from
Oh
SNL.
no.
Okay.
So I'll give you one guess.
I'm gonna
SNL.
go with Will Ferrell.
No, earlier.
Earlier.
Yeah. I'll
Um.
give you a second guess because that could be a lot of people.
Earlier, like
Around Mike Myers' time.
Farley.
Yeah.
I can see
Ding
that.
ding 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 ding
Yeah,
ding
I can
ding.
definitely see that. That would have been perfect. They kind of look alike too. Good Tommy Boy was amazing.
Yeah. Black Sheep, Tommy Boy.
Black Sheep. Yeah, those were good. Those they don't make movies like that anymore.
Dirty Work. Saigon
Yeah.
Whore Bit My Nose Off.
Such classics. It's just that those days are over. I mean, now it's,
Well, everyone's on Ozempic in Hollywood, so no one's going to be the jolly, funny fat guy anymore.
And I think that's what Lainey Wilson I read was. Yeah.
Ozempic
Mm-hmm.
allegation.
Yep. That's what I read. That's what I heard.
Yeah. So that's our trivia segment on this Black Friday, which I'm gonna call Leftover Friday.
Leftover Friday. You like leftovers, right?
Thanksgiving. I only really have the turkey the one day, so yeah, I do. I do indulge with some leftovers, and then I don't think about turkey for 12 months.
Yeah, it's not something that like turkey like that to me just doesn't do it for me. Like I'm like a boar's head turkey breast kind of person. I'm good with that on a sandwich.
Breast guy.
But when it comes to like cutting it up no, I'm good. I don't have to see that. I don't have to deal with it. I don't want to look at it. I don't want to think about it.
Your Thanksgiving, is it the very traditional, or is there a ham there? Is lasagna?
Yeah, so there's definitely. What would you consider traditional? I guess.
Well, we just do like the traditional, I guess, American Thanksgiving with just the turkey and all the sides. No ham for us. No pasta.
Yeah, so we have everything. No ham,
okay.
But my mom makes lasagna, one tray with meat, one tray without meat.
Ooh.
And then
you have any left?
There might actually be a tray left. Then there's turkey, but there's also a pork loin with something else that nobody else really kind of does. So yeah, there's some interesting stuff there, and that's also after 2 hours of eating other stuff that's been on the table. So
the antipasto.
Yep, plenty of that.
Yeah, I saw Shrimp. They gave during the Sunday night game last night. They gave LaFleur crap because I guess they asked certain players and coaches their favorite part of Thanksgiving dinner, and Calais Campbell said the dessert, and I think banana pudding pie and all that.
I had plenty of pies at my table.
LaFleur said ribeye, and he got a little crap from the announcer. Did you catch any of that game before we're gonna get into NFL now?
Cowboy game?
No, the night game. This was the
platform game, right?
Packers. What'd you say?
Was that on like
it
Amazon?
Was NBC.
Oh no, actually I didn't watch it. I was watching the Memphis Tulane game.
Okay. Yeah, it was Peacock NBC. But yeah, I mean Tua put up monster numbers, but he had to because the Packers were well in control of that game. So, and there was a hilarious moment where there was it was the last drive for the Packers. They're trying to seal it, go up 3 scores. And a non-PI called on, I believe it was Christian Watson. So then they go to, I guess it's whoever was there, like Terry McCauley or whoever the off-duty ref is. And they're like, "Oh, what do you think?" And you could tell he did not see the play. He was not paying attention.
Really?
Oh, let's wait for the replay.
Oh, jeez. Oh, the guy in the booth, you mean?
Yeah, I don't know if he was physically in the booth. I think.
Yeah, I get it.
I think the one guy was in the booth though with Brady for the Cowboy game, but I think it was Terry McCauley. He had no clue what had just happened in the game. He was probably eating some mashed potatoes himself.
It's hard to listen to some of these guys and announce these games. in my opinion.
I am not a fan of the modern broadcast telecast. I am not a fan of these refs explaining everything, over explaining. I don't care.
Nope.
Maybe because I know the game a little more than the average fan. I don't know if that's what it is. I don't need the second baseman mic'd up
Nope.
during a baseball game. I don't need interviews with Pop mid game. I don't need any of that. That doesn't do anything for me. No, they don't say anything interesting. They don't give you any information. No. If there's an injury, they don't either know or they're not going to tell you.
They're not going to tell you.
So I don't know why you need to bother these coaches and players mid game at all. No one says anything. It's just a waste of time. It's just a flex that they have that power contractually, and it's stupid. And that's my little rant. That's my Vinny Vidi Vici. On a Friday.
I mean, I'm the same way. I don't care that Aaron Judge is mic'd up on Sunday Night Baseball.
You want to do it the All-Star game? That's cool.
Yeah, that's fine.
Look, it's cool because they were actually talking to, I think it was Eovaldi.
Okay, while he was pitching.
Yeah, during the All-Star game, and he was like, he's like, maybe I'll go inside. He was like whispering, he was like, maybe I'll go inside here again. Like that was cool, but I don't. Yeah. And then like I think Nestor Cortez maybe 2 years ago. I don't need that. Sunday night Mets Phillies. Like
no,
I don't need that.
I don't need Pete Alonso mic'd up because he's a fucking scab as it is, and then I gotta So let's talk about some NFL football for this weekend, shall we? I mean, we had some games yesterday that were, I mean, mediocre.
They became close, but they weren't great games. I didn't see the end of the Lions, but that Giants game was meh.
That guy got fired today, the Bears guy.
Yeah, we'll get into that with the flush wipe diet.
He's gone, but not most interesting. But let's talk about some interesting ones we have for this weekend. Starting with the Steelers at the Bengals. Bengals at home minus the 3 points. Oh man, this is weird to me, to be honest with you. Especially with, I'm assuming everybody on Pittsburgh's healthy. Yes.
Yeah, this could be a home after the bye kind of thing.
All right. So, I mean, Joe Burrow's numbers are off the charts. Jamar's been unbelievable. Their record is so unfortunate for what they've done, in my opinion. But Bengals win, Steelers cover, if that makes any sense.
I like that.
I'll take the Bayou Bengals there. And
it's time for my Bengals to get hot.
Yeah, we need the Bengals to start doing. I need Burrow to have a day tomorrow.
The Chargers lost. I mean, listen, they need to do something kind of heroic in football sense. But the Dolphins lost last night, and the Chargers lost to Baltimore. Kind of left the gate open a little bit for them to not have too much interference if they're going to get hot. But they're going to have to do it now. They're going to have to get rid of the Colts. The Colts are snooping around, and there's another team. Let me look real quick. There's another team that's up there that I saw. I looked at the rankings, like, oh, this team's not good, and they're like in the playoff spot. I had on the tip of my thumb.
Titans? No. Colts, Texans.
Denver.
Denver. We're going to go wild card, right?
Is he really going to say Denver's better or even much better than Cincinnati?
No.
I mean, the defense is great, but Denver gets into the playoffs and there's advanced scouting. They're going to get embarrassed on offense. But whatever. I could see the Steelers winning this game, but just because I'm on the Bengal bus, and I really want the Bengals to make something of this. I don't want that. I don't want Higgins to disappear. I don't want Chase to get angry and decide to leave because the owner's messing with them. So I'd like the Bengals to be the Bengals, win this game, and make it a little interesting in that AFC North. Which has that Hard Knocks started?
I don't know. I don't watch. You know me. I'm not.
Yeah, but this one's actually interesting because they're following the whole division. So you're going to see Jameis's speeches. You're going to see Burrow pissed off. You're going to see Chase pissed off. You're going to see Russell Wilson and Fields interacting, and you're going to see Harbaugh coaching up Lamar and shit. So I think that's a great idea for a season. I think because none of these None of these teams want it for the whole spring training, the whole training camp.
Right.
So I think you do 4 or 5 episodes spring training. Every episode is one team, a different team. So for 1 week, you follow the Panthers. 1 week you follow the Packers. 1 week you follow the Falcons. 1 week you follow a good team. So they're not there for the full month, and I don't know.
It just
I think
doesn't do
cool
it for
idea.
me. It kind of goes back to what you were talking about, like, when the guys are mic'd up. I mean, what?
No, but this one I do like. I like you get like the funny young D lineman at home with another teammate, and they're talking about like charcuterie, and they're cracking jokes. I do like regular Hard Knocks. I haven't watched every single season, but I was hooked from the first season through the first like 7. But
I watched those. Like like the Ravens and the Cowboys.
I want my restitution.
Like those were good, but then it kind of got like.
Well, when you do the Bengals like 7 times and the Cowboys 10 times.
No, you're right. You're right.
So they did that to themselves but I was into both the Jets one. The Rex Jets one was, I think, the most entertaining.
Well, yeah, because you have interest in that. Like that would be like even the Niners.
Even with that, like Rex was a personality. Like Brian Billick wasn't a personality, but that one was still good. But I don't know. I'm just a thought. The AFC North could get a little interesting if the Ravens, who we'll talk about soon, take another L, and the Steelers take another L. So we'll see.
Chargers at the Falcons. Falcons coming off a bye week. Chargers coming off that tough loss at home against the Ravens. Falcons +1. Falcons are a lot better at home than they are on the road. I don't like West Coast traveling into the East Coast ever. So here I will take your the Atlanta Falcons, to win this game at home. I just think the week off might have helped them after that Denver loss. Chargers playing on Monday, having a travel East Coast time zone thing is a real thing. So I'm going to take the Falcons here to win this game.
Yeah, I think the book is out on the Chargers. You sent me a funny tweet that I won't get into about how the Chargers couldn't catch a pass late. And I think if you get a lead on the Chargers, you're in a good spot. So give me Kirk Cousins. I'm showing every picture on here on accident. Give me the Chargers to go down early, and Kirk Cousins, who's seen most defenses. He's been around a while.
Yeah.
Give me the Falcons to maybe win a late coup field goal. But again, if the Chargers win by 7, I'm not surprised. But I'm leaning Falcons here to win by single digits.
Arizona Cardinals headed to Minnesota. Danny Dimes, is he going to play at all? Is he?
No, I think that's Darnold's job. They're good.
Yeah. Okay. Good. I don't want to see that idiot on the field anyway.
He went to Duke though.
Yeah, he was the worst quarterback in the ACC that year too. So that's another show. Forget it.
Please send me a stat. I'd love to laugh.
Terrible situation. Arizona Cardinals go to Minnesota. Minnesota minus the 3.5. If the Cardinals are going to play like last week, they're going to get the doors blown off them. JJ's going to go for 150 if that's the case. I mean, they played awful last week, and they have to travel now. Not the best recipe. Vikings for me -3 in the hook at home. Darnold gets the boys rolling here against the Cardinals.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a big Jefferson game. I think Minnesota's going to really put the clamps down on Connor, and you stop Harrison, you stop McBride. They don't have much else, and Flores is we've talked about Flores is cooking up some defenses all year. So yeah, give me Minnesota to win closer to 10.
Yeah, I like that. Could be game of the week. Eagles at the Ravens. Eagles coming off a win last week. Ravens coming off a win here. Ravens, I feel like haven't played at home in a while. Ravens minus the 3. Oh, man, I'm gonna take the Eagles here. I think they're starting to get going. I don't think they've seen a defense like the Ravens. Saquon might be in for You know, something like he hasn't seen yet this year. But man, that's a tough line too. Yeah, I'll take the Eagles.
Yeah, I think everything statistically tells you and scouting tells you to throw on the Ravens, and I think the Eagles will. I don't know. You never know with Sirianni. I think the Eagles might get a little throw happy and kind of forget Saquon early, and then go to Saquon when it's too late after Lamar and Henry already have the lead. So I'm going to go opposite you. I'm going to go the Ravens, and I do think it will be a 3-point game. I think this will be a push. The Eagles. This would be their 10th straight win. They have to lose sometime, right? So
I guess.
give me this game. Give me the Ravens to get this dub.
All right, that's fair. 49ers going to a very cold and snowy Buffalo.
Yeah.
The Bills minus the 7. Just give me the Bills here. There's nothing to talk about. The Niners, I don't know who's playing. I don't know who's healthy. They're terrible.
No news on Purdy. No news on Trent.
I haven't heard anything. I heard last thing I heard was Trent Williams is walking around the locker room with a knee scooter. So I don't think that's good.
Oh boy.
And Purdy, I think he threw like 3 screens yesterday. So I don't or Wednesday. So I'm not really thinking that this game is going to be the game that we all kind of wished and hoped it would be on a Sunday night. But you can give me the Bills to win by something similar to what the Packers did to them last week, but a better team, in my opinion.
Yeah. If there's question marks with your quarterback and I'm going to say their best player, Trent Williams.
Yes, I agree.
If there's questions about them, what about Bosa? He's out. What, long term?
He's out. I think so.
And Bosa's he's not.
Warner's hurt. He's got a fractured
Bosa's not a
ankle,
game changer to me. So
but he's playing. Well, I mean,
what'd you say?
Fred Warner's got a fractured ankle that he's been playing through for a couple of weeks.
Jesus.
But he's
All right, yeah, give me the Bills by 13.
Yeah, exactly. Greenlaw.
I tried to talk myself into
no, don't
matchups here, but it won't matter. And I think the Bills are getting potentially both their top receivers back.
Good.
So give me the Bills.
Good. I like it. Good call. That concludes our NFL slate for this weekend.
Yeah. Obviously, there's a game going on right now. Last I saw was 3-0 Kansas City in the first quarter. I don't know
10-3.
What's going on now. 10-3 who?
Kansas City.
Okay, thank you. So yeah, you get a live score. Even though this is not airing live. All right, flush wipe dive time for Vin. I have 3. I don't love them, but here we go. Vin. Flush, swipe, or dipe. For those who are new to the show, welcome. Please like, comment, subscribe, share. Do what you got to do to get more of us. Follow us on Instagram and TikTok. Flush, swipe, or dipe is our F, marry, kill. If you're flushing someone, you're getting rid of them, so that would be the kill. If you're wiping someone, you're taking your time to get rid of them, so that would be the F and the FMK. And then the marry would be the dipe because you want to keep them close to you in your diaper. So that's our childish way of playing FMK. So Vin, the first one. Flush, wiper, dipe. When it comes to the first pick in the NFL draft, whether it's the Raiders or the Jaguars or the Giants, whoever it is, flush, wiper, dipe. The team with the first pick taking either Shedeur Sanders, Cam Ward, or the field.
Cam Ward, Shedeur, or the field. And what was I'm sorry, the question? I got confused because
so
if you had a lot of language there.
If you have the first pick, well, you decide the question. If you're drafting or if you're gonna put yourself as the GM of the Giants or the Jaguars or the Raiders or someone, who do you think will go first? Mr. Sanders, Mr. Ward, or the field, which could be a lineman, could be a different quarterback.
It's an interesting question because I don't know if Dion's going to come with me or not if I'm Shedeur, which I firmly believe he will at some point to one of those teams, whether it's the Raiders who are going to need a coach or whoever. It's a really interesting question. I'm gonna flush Cam Ward. I'm gonna wipe Shador, and then I'll take the field because it's just it's. I mean, there's only a couple teams that are like gonna need a quarterback in the top.
Well, let's go through the three that I mentioned.
They all
The
need
Raiders, the Raiders will definitely take a quarterback. The Giants will definitely take a quarterback. The Jaguars will probably trade Lawrence.
Wow,
right?
That's a lot of money to trade. I don't know who wants to eat that contract. All right, so if that's the case, then
I would assume you're trading Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah, so I'll still flush Cam because I don't. In my opinion, I think he's had a good season against a lot of below average teams, and which is great. I mean, it's had a good year for Miami. I just think Shador's played against a lot better competition. I don't like him as if I can take Cam Ward as an individual compared to Shador, I would do that. If I can swap them.
You're drafting personalities.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's part of the process, really.
It
right?
is,
I mean,
but at that, it is, but maybe at that position.
So in that situation, I'm still gonna flush Cam. I'll wipe the field and I'll dipe Shador because one of those two teams are gonna grab him. And it's just based off of, in my opinion, if we're talking about the two or three teams that you just said, it's gonna be based off of obvious need of a quarterback and a head coach. And you know how I feel about what's gonna happen. So
yeah. I think I disagree with you there. I think he's staying in college, but we'll see. Yeah, I give you the audience clap. You couldn't hear it, but I give you the audience clap for being very fair there. Not bashing,
informative.
not bashing the Colorado kid, not praising the
no.
Just being honest. I should have done this one first because it's less interesting. But you mentioned it before. Matt Eberflus fired day after Thanksgiving, so full belly and a thin wallet now for Mr. Eberflus. So flush, wiper, dipe. The next head coach to be fired. Which I don't love doing, but it's just a fact. It's a business. First, we have Doug Peterson down in Jacksonville. Then we have Brian Daboll up in New York. And then Mike McCarthy in Texas.
I mean, this is a really interesting question. I think this has got... Well, I don't know. My Daboll, I don't even know how he's still employed in general. I thought that after last week, he should have been gone, but maybe because it was a short week, they played on Thursday, that they were like, all right, let's keep him around and let's try and get neighbors killed in the game, which they almost did last night. It's when your players are in your locker room talking about how soft the team plays, that just reflects how you practice and what goes on, in my opinion. And
I think, sorry to cut you off, and it's not my question to answer, but I think what we saw here was Mara saying, play DeVito, play DeVito. They played DeVito. They had no shot to even get a scoring drive. And then I think finally he backtracked, was like, all right, play the better quarterback, play lock. And they were in a game against a bad team, but a division rival on national television. So I don't know. Maybe I don't know how to look at that. I don't know if it's Mara backpedaling and saying, you know what, you run the team. I'm sorry, you know what you're doing, or Mara saying, it doesn't matter who you play because you're out of here anyway. So I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know how they operate over there. I know that it's just a wild scenario over there for me, and we get to see it. It's in our face more here in New York, but I'm gonna. I mean, they should all go. They're all gonna go, I think. But I think, I hate to say this, but I'm gonna. So if I flush McCarthy, that means he's gonna go, right?
Next to get fired. So if whoever you flush has the best chance of keeping the job.
Yeah. So that's what I thought. So I'm gonna keep McCarthy there.
Okay.
And I'll wipe the Jacksonville guy because I think they just had a really bad year, and I think they've been successful under him. I don't see him coming back, but I see if anybody has a somewhat of another chance, I would say him. And then
Daboll, you could go either way with that. You went that way, which I they almost beat the Chiefs in the playoffs. But then you could also look at, has Lawrence improved?
No.
So both,
No, not at all.
Two ways to look at that.
Not at all. And then, if you want to look at Daniel Jones, he's not even on the team anymore. So, that guy's a clown with his glasses on the sideline. It's a disaster over there. He's got to go. So I'll wipe him, dipe him up. I'm shocked he wasn't fired this morning with the Bears guy. To be honest with you.
So you're dipe. So all right. So you're saying that Dable is the next to go.
Yeah, 1,000%.
I left Antonio Pierce off of this because who knows what the hell's going to happen there, and I left Gerard Mayo off of this because who knows what the hell is going to happen there. All right, last one. I wanted to do this before the holiday, but it's fine. We're still eating it today. At least I am. So, day late, still valid question. You can ask it any day of the year. Flush wiper dipe Vin, your Thanksgiving dinner sides. Stuffing, mashed potatoes, and something that's grown on me through the years. Green bean casserole.
Flush. Not even a question. I'm not a vegetable guy like that. So no, I don't want anything to do with that. I'll wipe the mashed potatoes and I'll dipe stuffing. And the only reason I'm gonna do that is because I don't eat stuffing more than once a year. And that's a Thanksgiving tradition. Mashed potatoes you can get anytime, anywhere with any meal. So stuffing is special. My mom makes an unbelievable stuffing, actually. So
she does the Italian one with the sausage?
Yes, she does.
Nice.
So green beans are out. Mashed potatoes are a 365 kind of thing for me because I'll get them at any time or eat them with like
pizza,
roast beef or something, nice Sunday meal. No pizza. I love pizza, but no. And then we go with the stuffing. Like I said, it's a one-time kind of, it's like apple pie season. You don't eat apple pie after Christmas,
right?
Because January through September, it's a special time, special desserts, pies, breads, those different things. But same thing with stuffing for me.
Is there a side that you love that I didn't name?
No, I'm not very exciting when it comes to this. I don't like cranberry sauce. I don't like sweet potatoes. I don't like a lot of things. So I'm very particular. I'm not the guy to ask about these things. We don't have macaroni and cheese at our table.
Same.
So the things I just mentioned to you were pretty much at our table. Sweet potatoes, no mashed potatoes. Excuse me. Yeah, stuffing for me. That's the number one.
Yeah, I agree. Stuffing was my number one.
You like the green bean casserole, huh?
It's grown on me. Yes.
Yeah.
You know why too? It's a better leftover too. Heats up better with mashed potatoes. You don't need gravy on it.
I could agree with that. I'm not
it's
just
better
leftover
mashed potatoes than mashed potatoes. But yeah, I'm not a cranberry sauce guy. Made either way, out of the can or fresh, or it's just gross. And then turnips. My mom's a big turnip.
I am not a turnip.
My mom turns up on on Thanksgiving, but
I can see it.
Never a fan, but I do like the sweet potatoes.
Okay.
And that's our food segment.
It was awesome.
We have one segment left for Vin, and if you've been following us, you know what it is. It's the pop culture minute. We're gonna go good feelings here, good vibes, good news here. So today that Dolph Lundgren is cancer-free after doctors gave him 3 years to live. He's been battling cancer since 2015, and he's officially cancer-free. Most known for his role as Ivan Drago.
Oh yeah,
in the Rocky series, and he also played the Punisher. I think he was in Universal Soldier with like Jean-Claude Van Damme, action star, 80s, 90s, and now he's in a couple commercials, I think, for Old Spice and all that. So just a little pop culture minute. Dolph Lundgren, cancer-free. Any childhood memories of watching him kill Apollo?
No, that's what made it for me was Dolph. I mean, I don't look. If you listen, you know me by now. I'm not into the pop culture world as much as I am the sports world, but no, him and Rocky is everything that I know him of. We always used to call one of my buddies Drago. Sean Mead looks like him, so shout out to Mead. Um, but no, I mean that Rocky series there has a lot of characters that childhood memories from those movies. But what else was Drago in? Punisher, you said?
Yeah, he was the Punisher in one movie. I think he was in. I mean, he had a few
Yeah.
action titles, but I think he was most famous for like, what did I say? Maximum Soldier, whatever. My hair is wild.
Right. Yeah. No. That
Whatever.
I think I remember that.
Universal Soldier.
Are you kind of surprised that he never got into WWE somehow because he was a monster, and I always thought that he would have been a great, like, I guess like Gunther is now almost. Does that make sense?
I'm not surprised because he was
Okay.
a legit
Actor.
leading man for a little bit after, but I think he had more talent than, like, remember when what was it, No Holds Barred came out and they actually brought
Yeah.
Zeus in?
Yeah, that was terrible. I think he's in the Hall of Fame, Zeus.
Well, he made an impact. I think he had the main event on one like pay-per-view.
Yep.
But
I think you're right.
Survivor Series is coming up. Should be fun. The Bloodline, the new Bloodline versus the OGs. But WWE put 2 videos out this week on their
Yeah.
YouTube channel, and I
And
couldn't get enough. One is a little like retrospective from Kevin Nash, talking about some of his biggest matches and moments. It's great. It's like a 25-minute video.
okay.
And another one is closer to 40 minutes. Half of it is amazing, half of it's okay, but half of it is so good. It's just found footage, behind the scenes stuff from through the years from Survivor Series.
Get out of here. Oh
There's-
yeah. You know what? I saw some of that. I saw like
They
it
had
was
like Chuck Norris walking out of the limo and stuff. It was great.
I saw like they were doing like interviews behind like it was Razor the Bulldog.
Yes.
Yeah, they were kind of
There.
going through what they
Boy.
were saying and so on, and then yeah, that was pretty cool. I saw one of those, but I have to go back and watch some of the other ones. But what was your? Let me ask you a question. What was your all-time favorite Survivor Series team?
I don't remember many of them.
Like you weren't renting the videos at the video
I
store
was,
back in the day?
but I don't remember. I think there was one though early where they kind of made Demolition babyface.
Yes.
And Demolition was with Hogan, and I think I was pretty pumped about that. Any team with Razor, any team with Hogan, Demolition, I kind of rooted for. I don't remember many. I don't remember recently. But hey, you know what? I'm not a huge CM Punk guy.
Me neither.
But this OG Bloodline, I'll be rooting hard for them. That's a great team.
One of my favorite teams was the LOD. I think it was LOD, Texas Tornado, Warrior. I think that was one of them.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
That is a good one.
Don't forget The Undertaker made his debut with DiBiase at the Survivor Series.
That's right.
That was many moons ago. They thought he was going to be the Eggman. But he wound up being the Undertaker. So,
oh god,
yeah, I'm sure the Hart Foundation had a couple good teams in those.
I'm sure that but they probably had boring opponents.
Probably like
I'm sure there was a team with like Perfect and Piper.
Perfect. Yeah, I'm trying to think of who was on the Perfect team. I feel like Perfect went up against that Texas Tornado team.
Maybe I always rooted for Perfect. I always rooted for Brett. I always rooted for
Tugboat had a team.
Was there a team? Could have been the same Demolition team. Was there a team with like Hogan when he was with like Warlord and the Barbarian? Didn't they go babyface for a second or no?
That's
Warlord. Half his career was babyface, and then he was heel, right?
Yeah. Lex Luger, the Steiners, and the Undertaker. That was a team. That's really weird.
I probably didn't love them, but I probably did root for them.
The Warrior, Legion of Doom, Texas Tornado.
That's a good one. I definitely rooted for them.
The Rock, Chris Jericho, The Undertaker, and Kane.
I didn't watch.
Me
There's no way
neither.
I was watching them.
No, not at all. And they said the number one team, Shawn Michaels, Triple H, CM Punk, and the Hardys. I guess they added guys.
I didn't watch. Oh, they
No.
I saw that recently on a clip. They swept.
They did.
That team, they swept. The other team was a bunch of clowns.
Was it Hacksaw, Tugboat, the Boss Man, and Hogan?
No, that's a classic, like 88 one.
The Rockers, the Warrior, and Neidhart was one team.
Just Anvil?
Yeah, no Brett.
Interesting.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know my favorite Survivor Series team.
Yes, let's hear it.
I know my favorite. Doink, Dink, Wink, and Pink.
You like
Jerry Lawler, Cheesy, Wheezy, and Queasy. Or Sleazy or something. Doink, Dink, Wink, and Pink were my favorite.
You like that one. Matt, what's his name? Matt something B. He was Doink, right? He was awesome. He was really good. Matt
Repo
Bourne,
Man, right?
Matt Bourne. Yeah, he was. No, that was Smash.
So, I always get confused. Repo Man was not Doink. Repo Man was Smash.
Matt Bourne was Doink, and I forget who he was before Doink, but he was awesome as Doink. He did a great job.
That's funny. All right, everyone. That's our. You know what? We're here. We're here. We'll be done in a second. Vin, give me your predictions for Survivor Series. Give me the women's match winner.
What's the card? Wait,
all right,
can I look it up quick?
It's only 5 matches. No, I know them.
Oh, you do?
Yeah. So we got LA Knight.
Okay.
And we have a little clip from him. All right. So we have LA Knight.
Okay.
Let me talk to you.
Versus Shinsuke Nakamura for the U.S. title.
Wow. Okay. Wow. So I know Shinsuke only came back like 2 weeks ago. So, I think it's time to take the belt off of LA Knight. I think he's got some heat from what I heard. I'm gonna go Shinsuke here on this one.
All right. Next match is triple threat for the IC title. It's Braun Breaker versus Sheamus and Ludwig Kaiser.
I think Braun Breaker keeps the title here. I don't see them taking it off of him again.
All right. Next match would be Gunther, the Ring General, versus Damian Priest for the title.
Yeah, I don't see them taking the belt off of Gunther either. So I'm gonna take him in this one. I like Priest. I like him better as a babyface than I do a heel.
Now I think there are only 2 matches left. The traditional Survivor Series War Games match though, but I could be wrong. It could be Cody versus KO. So give me Cody versus KO if they have a match. I think they might.
I would say Cody's probably gonna hold on to the belt until WrestleMania.
Yeah,
I don't
agree.
see them taking it off of him. Maybe KO wins off of like a DQ or something. Maybe Randy comes out and helps him.
Helps which one? Because Randy's been eyeing that title.
I think he helps KO. I think they just destroy Cody Rhodes, and I think that it comes a triple threat, maybe a Rumble or WrestleMania. I'm not sure.
All right, and then I believe there are only 2 matches left, but there should be a third match. They're really taking this time with this Wyatt's versus Final Testament. Why not have that as the first match in War Games?
Have that.
Why not let these Wyatts and these big AOP guys run into a cage and have fun with that with Gary? Anyway,
it's bad. I don't like any of that storyline of any of those guys. Honestly,
you're literally building that storyline up
for months.
Yeah, but you right now have the pay-per-view where it's 5-on-5.
Yeah, you're right.
Having that match, that's weird to me. Anyway,
doesn't do it for me.
The women's Survivor Series match, Liv Morgan's team against Rhea Ripley's team. Who do you care?
I think Ripley's team wins.
Yeah.
I think she stands victorious over the whole thing. I think she's
the sole survivor.
I don't know, but maybe Charlotte Flair shows up.
Ooh.
Maybe she.
I like that.
does something that she hasn't been around, or Becky comes and does something, or
I like
somebody that you haven't seen in a while on the women's side. I think you might see. I don't know if
Can
they're
we
gonna
get-
hold them out for the Rumble, but
Can we get Sasha Banks back soon?
she's such wasted in AEW.
I agree. No offense.
I mean,
to
I don't.
AEW, but I agree.
No, I just don't think she fits there. I just whatever. I'm not. I don't know if what Vince had to do with all that stuff too. I'm not.
Well, they took the
behind the scenes with that. I got a question for you too. After
they
you
took the main event away from them. Sorry, what was the question?
No, it's the question is after you talk about the last match.
All right, in the last match, I think I know what's going to happen here. I hope I know what's going to happen here, but it would be the OG bloodline against the new bloodline. Who wins? What happens?
Oh man, so this is like Survivor Series rules, right? Like one, same thing with the women's match, right? You get pinned, you're out, right?
No, you know what? It isn't.
It's not like that
they
anymore.
They start 1-on-1, then it's 2-on-1, then it's 2-on-2. That's what they do.
Really? I don't like that.
When it's War Games, that's how they do it.
So I got a couple questions about this.
So there's no sole survivor in War Games.
Yeah, no, I get it. They used to be. That was cool. That's when The Rock was on a team with that was like Rocky Maivia days when he was I think that was like his pay-per-view debut actually.
Yes.
So my question to you is, where's Rollins? Number one. How come? I honestly thought he would have been the other guy, not Punk. But is Paul Heyman? What's it like? They were comparing the way he was dressed the other night to the same exact outfit that Solo was wearing, red shirt underneath the black suit with the red.
I don't know what they're doing with Heyman because he could easily be with Roman. He could easily be with Solo. And when I wasn't watching, he was definitely a CM Punk guy for a little bit, right? He was the original Paul Heyman guy.
Yes, but I also thought Brock was going to come out last week.
Enough of him. Please make him retire.
I just thought that was the case.
No, Brock is so one-dimensional. I'm over it.
I know. No, I know. But so what I was reading in the build up with Punk being on Reigns' team is for him to go 1-on-1 against Rollins. Rollins not showing up for Reigns. They're going to go against each other at WrestleMania.
Okay.
Because they didn't get to do that last year at WrestleMania. So I think that'll be the build up. I don't know how it starts, but obviously it's been going on. But I'm still confused with Heyman of what is he, Roman tries to call him and his phone's off, right? So what's the story with that? There's got to be something that means something, right?
So because it's War Game, I have no idea what they're doing with Heyman. Your guess is as good as mine. But what I wanted to get into is because there's a freaking cage around them. I don't think they can do what I want them to do. I would have obviously. I think Punk is going to try and show Rollins that he could take care of Bronson Reed.
Yeah.
And that's going to be a pissing match between them. So maybe I could see Rollins, if there wasn't a cage around the stupid wrestling match, maybe Rollins comes in to get at Bronson Reed, and then that pisses off Punk.
Yeah,
that's his match. But then that's just retreading the whole Drew McIntyre crap. So hopefully they don't do that. But what I was expecting before I realized there's a freaking cage around everything.
Oh, I didn't realize that either.
Was that The Rock would come out after Roman wins, and The Rock would raise his arm and then body slam or something.
Yeah.
But again, it's not Soul Survivor. And they're all in a cage. So I don't remember last year there was in a cage and all Punk did was come out.
Is this like old War Games with 2 rings, or is it just one with the
2 rings?
Oh wow, okay.
2 rings and
got it. So it's like old War Games.
It's like the Royal Rumble. A guy comes in every so often.
Okay.
Interesting. Yeah, so I was expecting The Rock. I was expecting Rollins because I didn't go behind the scenes and look up the footage, but when Punk was announced as the 5th man, I think you clearly see Roman says why are you here, or why are you doing this? And Punk's like, you'll see. And it's definitely a way to see. I thought they were going to swerve and try to maybe do Punk versus The Rock at Mania.
Interesting.
You could do Rollins versus Roman, but that would feel rushed. But now I don't know what's going to happen. I was expecting to see The Rock. It is Vancouver, though. Does The Rock want to fly to Vancouver?
He's doing a movie in Hawaii, isn't he?
I guess it's close. Yeah, who knows?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, he's doing live action Moana.
Yeah. All right. We'll see what happens.
We'll see.
It's this weekend, right?
It's tomorrow, yeah.
Yeah.
Terrible
so we can
day.
Talk about it. Yeah, we can
Terrible
talk about
day.
it next week. Should be Sunday.
Yeah, I do miss the Sundays because the Bills might be crushing your Niners, so I could go watch Sammy Uso.
Yeah.
All right, everyone. Thanks.
Thank you, guys.
To our wrestling talk. Hope everyone had a good Thanksgiving. Have a good weekend. Let's go Bengals. Let's go LSU. Oh, we didn't
talk about Soto, but that's fine.
We did not do this. All right, real quick. I was just playing the intro and everything. Wow.
That's good. We had a lot of wrestling chatter today.
All right, real quick. Flush picks for week 13. I'm going LSU in college, the -6 at home against Oklahoma. Oklahoma's not good. I don't know how that happened last week. Brian Kelly, the little drill sergeant, he'll have his team ready to not be embarrassed. So give me LSU -6 at home against Oklahoma. And then give me the Redskins at home, -5.5 against the Tennessee Titans. Vin, you know yours? You want me to go?
Yeah, I'm taking Texas Tech at home. I think it's against West Virginia on Saturday. And then we're going to see how real the Houston Texans are this week. We're going to see if they can come out and perform because they haven't done that against a lesser opponent. And I think this could be their time to shine this Sunday. Let's see, that's Sunday, right? The 1st against Jacksonville. So we're talking about Jacksonville team on the way out, coaches on the way out, who's going to stick. Houston, this might be the nail in the coffin for the Jaguars this weekend. We'll see.
All right. You heard it here first.
Let's go.
All right, everyone. Good luck. Stay healthy.
Good luck.
Stay well. Please like, comment, share, subscribe. Do what you got to do. Get more of us. Say goodbye to the lovely people, man.
Bye, everybody. Have a good weekend.